Today is day 2 of my 9 to 5, and this is the job that I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future, at least for now. I don't know for how long, but it's probably going to be for a little while. And the first thing is right now it is currently 1:29 a.m. I'm recording this and took a lot of discipline, and honestly it took a lot of energy for me to just get up and just do this and just record my thoughts. They are so raw and authentic and just how I feel right now in the present moment, and that's why I feel like the need to record this and to just get my thoughts out there and just get my feelings out there. So the second day was definitely a bit more moving, right? Like things are already moving along. I'm already doing more things, and today most of the things that I just did were just pretty much scanning files and getting the files into the computer system. And of course, I can't, disclose or go into specifics, but just know that it was basically just that. And other than that, just interacting with the coworkers. Honestly, you're just kind of doing your thing most of the time, and yeah, I think the feeling, the takeaway that I want to take from today was that I was definitely feeling the 9 to 5. Like the first day I was already feeling it, and I already gave my thoughts on what I thought of that day. So if you haven't yet checked it out, check out that video. And basically, yeah, man, like I don't really know how much longer I can do this, and I feel like I really just want to do something that's more of what I'm passionate about. And I feel like especially for Gen Z, and especially the digital generation, right? So people past Gen Z, right? There feels like there's just so much more opportunities that you can do with the technology that's given to you and the technology that's being brought up, right? I mean, there's no need for me to say this, but obviously AI is everywhere. Some people they utilized it and became super rich. I've also looked into AI a little bit, but I haven't spent that much time on it. But I also, speaking of time, realized that how much time that we have in a day is really not much time. And actually, here's the key takeaway that I want to make sure let you guys know is that if you're not working a 9 to 5, like be grateful, like actually be grateful that you're unemployed, right? And I say that because, I was recently unemployed, and, funnily enough, it's like when you're unemployed, you want to be employed because when you're unemployed, you feel like you have too much time on your hand, you don't really know what you're doing, you're basically just home all day, you're kind of just bed rotting and you're just doom scrolling all day. At least that's what I do. I don't speak for everyone, but that was basically my day-to-day routine. I wasn't exercising much. I was barely walking. I don't even go to the gym. I barely do like some push-ups and just like some home and like type of workout. Might even be like a slight cope on my end because I say that I don't want to go to the gym because I can do like a home workout, right? Because you've seen like those videos that are like, here's you can do like a home workout and then you can get this body, you can get this lean physique, you can get this calisthenic physique. And I don't doubt that. I'm sure if I do put in the consistent work, then it could be similar to that. But even then, I'm not that consistent, so I still need to improve on that. But yeah, when I was unemployed for basically like the past year ish, like I wasn't just unemployed, I was still doing some side work, but it was never like a proper 9 to 5. It wasn't a proper 40 hours a week. It would always be kind of part time, kind of you drop in, drop out, that kind of thing. But now that I am doing this, I kind of can't, like, I don't really want to do this, and I feel like right now it's Tuesday, and then tomorrow is Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday. It just feels like the time is going by so slowly, and I just want it to go by faster. Now I really understand the mindset of adults, and that's another thing. It's just part of growing up and part of just understanding like you really are into adulthood now. I'm 22 now, and turning 23 later on this year. But basically, 22, 23-ish, right? I'm still relatively young by most people's standards, but I don't feel young. I feel like there was so much time that I wasted in the past 4 years. I would say like the past 4 years I made so many mistakes from when I was 18 and to 22. I could have done so many different choices. It was mostly the emotion that are tied with it. It's not necessarily those specific decisions, but it's like what I could have done with the time. I could have made more friends. I could have talked to more people. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's mostly the friends. I could have made more friends. I could have done more things that maybe have led me to a different outcome. Of course, I'm grateful that I even have this opportunity to begin with, but just appreciate the time that you are unemployed. And I encourage you guys that, if you guys are employed and then you find something that you're passionate about and you use that time. Don't be like me where I was mostly wasting that time and I was just, again, doom scrolling, bed rotting, just kind of living day to day. Of course, I wasn't just passing on the days. I was trying like a little bit, but I was still mostly procrastinating, and I was just putting things off and doing the bare minimum. But even then, I was still barely putting in the work, like doing less than bare minimum. And that was only a couple months ago to a year, but like more recently, a couple months ago. Now, here I am, and now that I'm in this circumstance, I'm looking at things retrospectively and thinking, damn, maybe this part-time job wasn't so bad before, or damn, maybe it wasn't so bad that I'm unemployed, because now I have to wake up at early. Now I have to wake up at 8 a.m. and now I'm barely gonna get 6 hours of sleep, and I'm gonna wake up tired the next day, barely function. I don't even want to drink coffee because I know that caffeine's bad for you. So yeah, man, I just want to capture my thoughts right here on how I feel. So day 2, still hanging in there, still not fired. More to come. Day 3 is gonna be even tougher than day 2, and day 4 and day 5 and etc. So just gotta get through the week, and yeah, that's about it. Share your thoughts in the comments below if you can relate, and yeah, subscribe to the channel to see more daily content, because I want to be more consistent and I want to upload more, even if it's just these types of videos talking to the camera, because I have to make this work, guys. I have to make YouTube work, or social media, or anything like that. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. See you guys next time. Peace out.